Start.
Okay, good morning all. I would like to thank our Honorable Secretary and Deputy Secretary for their great idea of creating this platform to make study and subject concept even in this pandemic situation. And I also extend my gratitude to them for all this opportunity. And I'm thankful to all the team who are involving in this program. I, K.Kavitha, a lecturer in economics, working in T.S.R.J.C for 24 years. So let us go for the subject here. In the economics here, in the first year economics, you have the subject. The economics means was the first we'll go for that thing here. You have to know about the economics. The main important aim of the economics is it is a study which deals with the human behavior, and also it is a social science. And the economic study, it is very very important to you all people here. Why? Because it helps you in the total for the career path in your life, in your future here. The study of economics, it will gives you a knowledge and how to interact with the economy. And it in the career path, it useful as an economist, as a financial risk analyst, data analyst, and as an economic researcher. Most useful for the competitive exams. There's our state exams and the central UPPSC exams and all other competitive exams for your job opportunities, and also as an financial consultant, and the analyst, and the industrial economist, and other agriculture and competitive exams as a statistician, all etc. So many opportunities are there for the economics. And here the in economics, first year economics, basically you have the first chapter, introduction to economics here, which includes fundamental problems of economy, nature and scope of economics. And also in economics we have two branches, that is the micro and macroeconomics. And in the second unit, you'll go for the theories. Here you have the consumers behavior theory, which is given by Marshall. And in this here, you'll know about the diminishing marginal utilities and equi-marginal utilities, and how the consumer behaves in his daily and ordinary life. And in the next third unit, again you have these theory of demand here. The mostly the all the demand functions, determinants, and the types, and price demand, income demand, and the cross demand. All these will be come under this unit, under the part A. In part B, you have elasticity of demand, and here you will study about the price elasticity, income elasticity of demand, and the cross elasticity of demand. Unit 4 consists the production analysis, where the total concept of the production and factors of production is there. And the law, here you will know about the theories of the production, law of variable proportions, loss of returns to scale, and here these economies to scale here, and cost analysis and revenue analysis in fourth unit. And in fifth unit here, you'll go for the market analysis. After all these theories, these demand, consumer behavior, production theory, all these things, you'll enter into the market here. The total market mechanism can be studied under this unit 5. So in markets, about the meaning, classification, and the perfect competition, all the different types of competitions in the market will be studied under this. And the fifth unit is an important unit. Up to fifth unit, you will have the total, the graphs and tables and the theories here. And in the sixth unit, you have the theories of distribution. And in theories of distribution, you will have learn about the how the distribution among the factors of production will be done in the economy, and on the basis of marginal productivity theory, and the concept of rent, Ricardian theory of rent, and these are some concepts of wage, interest, profit, and etc. Okay, and in the unit 7 here, the national income analysis is the seventh unit, and definition of national income, determining factors, concepts, components, measurements, all these things can be studied under the national income. And the next here, the unit 8, it consists of the employment theories and about the public finance. Here, the classical theory of employment, modern theory of employment given by Keynes, and the public finance, where you learn about the public revenue, public expenditure, and public debt, and the budget, all these are the total, the generally about the employment, about the finance, you can have the knowledge from this chapter. And the next in unit 9, you will go for money, banking and inflation. Okay, and in money here the concept, evolution and types, and in this here the functions of money and components of money supply in the ninth unit under part A here. And in part B, banking, central bank and Reserve Bank of India objectives and functions will be studied. And in the C section here, part C here, inflation is there. And in unit 10, you'll learn about the statics, which will be useful for the further studies and for the higher studies, statistics and other here. And statics, there's the same, the concept and the nature, scope, and mostly the measures of central tendency, and which is related to the mathematics. Okay, students. So all these are the contents which you study in the first year. And going for the economics here, as the the sciences, they are natural science and the social science. Natural science here means it only it deals with the knowledge of the branch of knowledge of the physical world, isn't it? It means here the physics, chemistry, geology and biology will be studied in the natural sciences. In social sciences here, the study of human society and social relationships such as economics, politics, etc. All these comes under social science, which is related and which is the study of an human behavior. That's why here this science, the economics here, it is a social science which studies how people interact with the things of value. And also the economics is very important to you people to get the how societies and governments, business, the households, individuals, all these the persons who are in the economy, all the people in the economy interact, and they know about the location of the resources which are scarce, maybe the income for the raw material or the resources here. Resources means the source for our incomes, the source for the production, the source for our consumption, isn't it? So these allocation of their scarce resources, now we will have the analysis and the knowledge about all these things. And also here economics, it provides here, it also provides the valuable knowledge for you in making the decisions in your everyday life, and how to plan and how to allocate your the limited income among for your to satisfy your wants. All these things can be studied, and they can be observed, and you know about, you can have the knowledge for the making the valuable decisions which is useful for your daily life. And the next here we can say the economics. Here go, it is an the relationship between the satisfying the unlimited wants and with the limited resources which have the alternative uses, as you know, we have the number of wants are there which we can't satisfy every day. We have so many wants arises in our life, but here we have the limited resources, means the limited income is there. We have to allocate that income in different consumptions. We have to consume them to satisfy our wants. So that's why here the alternative uses are there for the limited resources, where we have to satisfy our unlimited wants. That's why what we do, we will choose some of the important one which can satisfy our wants. So, and also here the next thing is economics. Here it deals with how an individual and as well as the society, they will allocate the scarce resources to satisfy their wants or their needs, whatever the basic needs are there, how will they can satisfy you. So the different activities in like the agriculture or the uh, um, trade, industry, and other services here are performed by for the earning and the here spending of the money. Here means here how the money comes from. Here we'll earn the money with our efforts, isn't it? With efforts of your parents or with the efforts of yourselves, we will all we all of us will earn the money. So we'll earn the money and we spend that money to satisfy our wants, which is called as an economic activity. So it is an economic activity which gives the involvement and to interact with the society, with the economics, and it studies about the consumption, production, and the distribution here. So the economic activities from this subject matter of economics, we study all these, the production, consumption, and the distribution. So here the economics, I told you that it is a social science. So means here the mostly it studies how individuals, organizations are engaged in the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. So here mostly it is a systematic study. Economics is a systematic study and with a never-ending efforts. Why? Because we have to satisfy our unlimited wants, and with the limited resources means here we have to put our efforts to earn the incomes, to earn the money, where the money is used to purchase the goods and services which satisfy our needs. That's why here the economics here it studies about the relationship between the satisfying unlimited wants and limited resources which have the alternative uses. So here we can go, if you say go for the meaning of economics here, the economics and economy, these both words came from Greek terms, that is oikos and nemein. Means here oikos means the household and nemein means management, where the household management in the terms of Greek is called as economikos. From this Greek word economics has been arrived. So household management means what? In our daily life, every day we'll meet within the economic needs. We have to fulfill our economic needs here. Nothing, only air and water, sunlight as free goods for us without exchange. But here the everything other things which we are satisfying our wants here are all are the economic goods. By purchasing these economics we are satisfying our wants. That's why for the management of our household, for the managing our wants here and to satisfy our wants, to fulfill our needs, we need money. So for that we'll give our efforts. These earnings of the income we spend for the consumption, and for the consumption we need goods and services which are produced and distributed in the society. This is the subject matter of the economics. Okay, and here students, the economics here, it is the totally management of household. It is the most familiar field. Why? Because it is the totally it is known by the every human being in the world. Why? Because they are going through the economic activities in their daily life from the morning to evening. So here among the unlimited wants with these limited resources, every society must decide and select the wants which can be satisfied. So society, it faces the problems here. Means here why the problems of a problem of choice means here it studies the choice of making. Means we have the limited resources, unlimited wants. Among these unlimited wants, we have to satisfy only which are important. Why? Because the resources are scarce. The problem, the choice problem is arised due to the limited resources only. Limited resources only. That's why we have to choose these limited resources to satisfy our wants, which is the most important. Maybe so for some people it is a food. The main what we need in people need here the food, shelter, clothes, isn't it? First, the primary need is a food. So for the food here, for the food, we'll put our efforts. So here with the unlimited wants, here with the limited resources, we have to choose them among their alternative use. For example, we have the land. We can put that land in so many purposes, isn't it? For the agriculture, for industries, for any other economic activity, or for domestic activities we'll use. Here we using this one, why? Because the land, it is a resource, the natural resource, which is the God's gift, nature's gift. We have to put that land which is most important for us. If you take for the farmers, it is agriculture is important. They use in agriculture again, whether they have to use for the production to cultivate the paddy or go for the commercial crops like the chilies, cotton, or other things. Means what? Here a farmer have to choose. His choice making is important in the production, whether he have to go with the paddy or with the other crops. So that's why the alternative uses are there for the resources. Here, if you take the electricity, it is used for so many purposes here, isn't it? It is having the alternative uses. So many other raw materials, all other raw materials will be used in the multiple purposes here. So we have to choose the resources here. Why? Because the resources, they are limited here, and we have to put them in a proper manner, and by them to increase, to develop, or to achieve the growth in the economy. Here the alternative, among the alternative uses we have to choose. That's why here the scarcity of resources here, it compelled to choose among the different uses of the factors to which resources to be devoted. How, whether if the agriculture means, here they have to use those resources optimally here, which he choose, it must increase his growth, his development. That maybe whatever the industries or the other sectors here, he have to devote those resources here, means you have to choose. That's why we call that as a choice making. The economic problem in the economy, it is arising due to the scarcity of resources, and we have they use that scarce resources for the alternative uses here. That's why among the alternative uses we have to choose them. So, and next here, the nature here in the economics here, the nature and scope of economics, we related with the what is economics. What is economics? The economics means the people who perform the economic activities. Economic activities are the economic agents. The individuals, all the individuals are the economic agents, or the organizations, institutions. Here, all are the economic agents. They here the interaction between the economic agents. Here, the study of the economic activity is called as an economics here. And here, whether the study of the wealth, or the human behavior, or the scarce resources here, it studies, means because of the wealth only we can produce, we can invest, we can produce. The wealth means the physical wealth, which is useful to the our production here. Maybe the consumption goods, capital goods, whatever the economic activity is going on, we need wealth. It is the study of wealth. Or human behavior. Why? Because human behavior here, depending on the human behavior only, total economy is dependent. With the human behavior only, we will demand the goods. For the according to the demand of the goods, the supply will be there. The supply from the producers will be there. That's why here, by using these scarce resources, how the producers produce, what's the behavior of the human beings, how they demand, and how the demand creates will give rise to the supply. All these things can be read. And the scope of economics, it is very wide here. It is very wide, which might include the subject matter of economics, and also the whether it is an economics is a science or art, or it is a positive one of economics, or the normative economics. So here that's why here the economists, some of the economists, they have been given light for the economics, giving with their definitions here. So students here, totally here, the economics, it is that they explains the economic activities of the human beings here, and they mostly the choice among the unlimited ones, and they are to be satisfied with the limited resources. Among these scarce resources here, they will compel to choose among the different uses of the factors here. So mostly how the definitions, the economic definitions, they were given by these most important economists. We say the Adam Smith. Adam Smith, he is the father of economics, who given the light for the economics with his definitions here. His famous definition is the wealth definition here, where he given importance to the wealth in his book Wealth of Nations. In Wealth of Nations here, it is related with the wealth. And the next definition is the welfare definition. Welfare definition is given by the Alfred Marshall and Lionel Robbins. He's an economist. He criticized the welfare definition, and he developed the scarcity definition. And after him, mostly the universal acceptability is for the growth definition, which is given by the Paul Samuelson, who is a Nobel Prize winner in economics in those days. Okay, so here going to the wealth definition here. Adam Smith's wealth definition. Adam Smith wealth definition, it is related with the classical economist. Adam Smith is a classical economist here. He is regarded as a father of economics, and his famous book, Wealth of Nations, he explained about the wealth. And book is titled with that, An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations. It is in the 1776. So in his book, his definition, he defined economics as the science which inquires into the nature and causes of wealth of nations. He emphasized about the wealth here as a subject matter of economics, which emphasizes the production and growth. According to him here, wealth creates the wealth. Here means the physical wealth. He explained about the physical wealth. So the wealth definition in his book here, Wealth of Nations in 1776 here, he give, and also the contemporary economist, JBC, J.S. Mill, Walker, and B. Price, all they agreed that economics is concerned with these wealth. So according to these economists here, according to JBC, he says the aim of political economy is to show the way in which wealth is produced, distributed, and consumed. And so means here, and according to the J.S. Mill, he is a classical economist, he is also, and according to him here, it is the nature of wealth and the laws which governs its production, distribution, and exchange. So all these are contemporary economists who given importance to the wealth. That's why in this definition, wealth is given the first place and man has given second place. So according to the Adam Smith here, the main important objects where we see in the wealth definitions here, they are major here given importance, major objective of human activity is acquisition of wealth, and where wealth refers to the goods produced. So only here it takes the material goods into the account, and also it exaggregated the emphasis of on wealth here, and it inquires the causes behind the creation of wealth. So here the one of the thing here, main objective here is the first importance he given to the wealth, and second he given to the man here. Man is treated according to him as a selfish, means here the most important objective as man is to acquire more and more wealth. And only he stated that the wealth it leads to the wealth here. And the also economics, it deals with the activities of the wealth production, consumption, preservation, and how to increase. So that's why here it is treated as an this definition has been narrowed one, and also it is totally criticized with some economists here. They consider this means the wealth definition, it considered economics as a decimal or the selfish science here. Why the selfish science? Means only it relied stress on the materialistic wealth, means the physical wealth only, but not given importance to the immaterial materials, means the non-material wealth here, like the services of the teachers and doctors here. So here the classicals, the main criticism is and objection is the classicals narrowed the scope of economics. Why? Only they given the importance to the wealth only, not for the human behavior or the human beings or their wants or any other thing or here, and the welfare mostly or the scarce. So here, and the economist here, it defined as a narrow and a restricted sense, and also it considered only material and the tangible goods. So tangible and material goods means the physical goods only, the physical goods which are tangible, but they neglected the intangible goods. Means intangible services like the teachers services or the doctors services here mostly. And according to the Edgeworth also, he regarded it as it deals only with the lower elements of the human nature. Why? Because I told you that the economics means it is a social science, and it is an human studies about the human behavior and human activities in the economy. But here they consider in this classical theory, they consider the wealth only given importance to the wealth only. Okay, wealth is important and it is compulsory for the development growth and for the further production and the further economic activities. But along with the wealth here, human behavior is also important. Human satisfactions or welfare is also important. That's why here he given first place to the wealth and second place to the man here. And that's why it has been objected seriously. And also here the Marshall criticized this wealth. It is the only a mean to an end, but not an end itself. Why? Because here wealth means it is only a mean to an end. Mean means here resources, and ends are the wants. End means here want. And but here the welfare is not it as not an end here. It is but an end itself here. So here why? Because he criticized here, it doesn't given the importance to the welfare. He given importance to the wealth only. Here in Adam Smith definition, is a father of economics and the first person who given the importance to the economics, the branch of economics. He considered the economics as a science here. But here they only the main objection is about the wealth has been only given importance than material things given importance than the other things or the other intangible services or the goods. And also here Adam Smith definition, it covers the materialistic human activities but not the non-materialistics. I told you that the services of teachers and doctors. And also it is concentrated mainly on the production side, and it neglected the distribution side. So these are some of the main objections and mostly the criticisms which are faced by this wealth definition. So boys, the Adam Smith, he is a father of economics, and he given the light for the economics here, and he explained about the wealth and concepts and how the wealth is useful for the production, consumption, distribution here, and how the wealth creates the wealth. So, but only the thing here is given importance to the materialistic things only, but not to the non-materialistic activities, other services, which are also important to for the economic activities and which can promote the economic development and growth. But these are neglected by the Adam Smith. So, this is the Adam Smith's definition here. And here, the next we have the welfare definition, which is given by Alfred Marshall. He belongs to 1842 to 1924 here. His book is a famous book is Principles of Economics in 1890. And here his study is about the welfare. He given the welfare definition, where according to him here, the economics is the study of ordinary business of life. It examines the part of individual and social action which is closely connected with the attainment and with the use of material requisites of well-being. Here also, Marshall, he defines this, it is the study of ordinary business of life. Every day, in everyday human activity, we'll go with the economic activities, we'll deal with the economic goods, we'll consume, we'll purchase the goods to satisfy our wants. So in the social action, how the individual is interacting with the economy, with these economic goods, and the part of individual with the social action, and which is closely connected with the attainment. Attainment means which he wants to acquire. Here he earns the money and he will acquire the goods to satisfy his needs, isn't it? So for he connects with the attainments and with the only with the use of the material requisites of well-being. According to him also, he explained about the material requisites only. Means the material requisites will promote the human behavior, whereas he also ignored the material things. But somewhat here, he given the first place to the welfare of the man. And that's why here, the next important thing in the definition here is it is a one side study of wealth, and on the other side here, more important side of a study of man. So here he made economics is a science of human welfare. We attain in the daily business of life here in the also the part of an individual he and a social action business of life here. He is examines a part of individual and social action which is most closely connected with the attainment with the use of the material requisites only. That's why here it is a science of human welfare given for the welfare, but the only another important side is the study of man, but he explained about the material things only. And the important features which we can see in this one is the main concern with the study of man in relation to the wealth here, and first place given to the man the human welfare, and second place to the wealth. Here means here it is related with the man's wealth getting and using the wealth using activities only. It examines totally individual and social action here with which is connected, which is closely connected with the acquisition and the use of the material wealth here, which promotes human welfare. That's why he given first place to the man and second place to the wealth here. And it studies the man not in isolation but as a member of social group. Why? Because in his definition here he defined that as it examines the part of individual and social action which is mostly closely connected with the attainments. That's why here it promotes them. According to him here, it accepts the economics as an social science, as a social life, and without any other concern with the other socially undesirable activities here. So here it is a social science. The economics he accepted as a social science. Definition is considered only material wealth, here ignored immaterial welfare. And also here is a definition here mostly before this in 19th century here the economics is considered as a political economy. But after these the applications of the mathematics and the economics here, the economics has been individually studied here. So in these, that's why here he assumed that economics must be a science, even if it deals with the ever-changing human nature. That's why here it is as an economics, the political economy. It has been used as an economics for the political economy, which is the political economy which is used in the 19th centuries. So the definition it is given most importantly only to the man and his welfare, and recognize the wealth as a mean, only to the mean of the production. Mean means as a resource. Means resources. Mean for the promotion of human welfare, which promotes the wealth as a resource, which promotes the human welfare. This is all about the definition of the Alfred Marshall's definition. Next here, the main criticisms among these Marshall definition here, he considered only material things. In his definition here, he told that the attainment with the use of the material requisites of well-being. Material requisites means only material, the physical goods which can satisfy the human beings. According to him here, the human beings will perform their economic activities to perform here material things only, the material to promote their satisfaction, to get the satisfaction here. They will use the material goods only according to him. But here immaterial things are also there, the services of doctor and teacher, as in criticisms in the Adam Smith here. The same thing here, he also used the term of the materialistic approach only. But here the immaterial things, most important of services in the economy, which can promote the knowledge, skills, health, and other activities which are considered as in services, they are ignored. So immaterial things here, such as services, doctor, teacher, they and also promote the wealth, but they are neglected. They are neglected by this the Marshall. And next here, Marshall makes the distinction between the two things here. Those things that are capable of promoting welfare of people, and the next is the things that are capable of promoting welfare of people. Means here, which are not capable for promoting welfare of people, means say for example liquor is there. For the drunkard here, liquor, it gives a satisfaction, but here it is not good for their for the economy. It is, we consider it as a bad habit. But the liquors or drugs or cigarettes, all these are also produced in the economy, but they cannot, according to them, the people addicts here, it promote welfare. But according to the social welfare, human welfare, it is not good. It is not good to produce. But what happening here? They are produced in the economy here. They are not capable to promote the welfare. But commands of the price, they all other comes under the purview of this economics here. That's why here the things which are capable for promoting welfare and things which are not capable for the promoting welfare here, he given some distinction here. But which are not capable here, actually they will not promote any welfare to the human beings, but only for the addicted people only it is useful. And the next here, the another thing of definition criticism is, it is based on the concept of welfare. Means here there is no clear cut definition of the welfare. Is means here the concept of the welfare means here economics here the criticism mostly, he treated the welfare as only from the material goods only, but not from the immaterial goods. According to the another objection is, economics is a human science than a social science. Why? Because it studies about the human behavior and how human beings or the individuals, they are acting in the economy here. And the Lionel Robbins also criticized, mostly he criticized that it is a classificatory. I told you that it gives some things are capable for promote welfare, some are not capable for promote the welfare here, but they are explained by him, which so but they are produced in the economy here. That's why he criticized it is as an classificatory. And next year the distinction between materialistic and non-material goods, which are not given importance to not materialistic goods. And serious objection is about the quantitative measurement of welfare. Quantitative measurement of welfare means here we cannot measure the welfare here, human welfare. But according to the Marshall here, it is a quantitative aptitude. So it is also an serious objection here. And next objection of Robbins is for not considering the scarcity of resources, which is an actual problem in the economy. Adam Smith explained about the wealth, and here Marshall explained about the welfare. But here they doesn't take in these resources as a scarce resources. They doesn't consider the resources as a scarce, and they doesn't give an importance to the resources of scarce resources here. Then why? Because here the actual problem in the economy is the limited resources which have the alternative uses. And this scarcity of, because of the scarcity of resources only, we are the most economy it is facing the choice problem is arising, and the economy is facing the problems. So that's why they must see it is a serious objection of Robbins for not considering the scarcity of resources here. So all these different whatever the criticisms are there here, the Marshall on the Marshall's definition here, according to the Marshall and the Robbins here, the Robbins criticized Marshall definition, and he given this scarcity definition in 1932. So in 1932, the scarcity definition, which is given by the Lionel Robbins here, it's somewhat superior among these Adam Smith wealth definition and the welfare definition. Why? Because he he considered the resources as scarce resources, and most importantly here, how the economic problem arises due to the limited resources which are to be used to satisfy unlimited ones. So that's why here he objected this welfare definition, Alfred Marshall welfare definition, where the Marshall given importance to the welfare, materialistic goods and welfare, and but not to the other goods, so other services. So here the most important another third definition is a scarcity definition. It is in 1932. And here, according to him here, Lionel Robbins, economics is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends, and scarce means which have alternative uses. So in the beginning of the class, I told you the economics means it is a relationship, means how they, with the unlimited wants and limited resources with alternative uses. So the same, the actual problem in the economy is the scarcity. Due to the scarcity, economic problem is arising. And the choice making is because of the scarcity of resources. So that's why here the Lionel Robbins definition is somewhat superior. Why? Because it deals with the actual problem of the economy. He given his definition basing on the scarcity. So he emphasized on the choice under scarcity. In his own words here, economics is concerned that the aspect of behavior which arises from the scarcity of means and achieve given ends. Means here resources. Resource means here what? Which is source to the production, which is source for the consumption, which is source for the earnings. So means here it includes all the resources here, all the incomes. Income to an individual is a resource. The raw material for industrial resources here, whatever are there here in the economy naturally, which are produced in the economy here. Some are the natural goods, some are the man-made goods which are used as a sources, but totally they are the resources which are used for the production. By only the production only we can consume the goods. For the to satisfy our needs here, we have to earn money here. By earning, by efforts of money, our individuals here, money will be earned as an income here. Income is a resource here. And the agriculture, the farmer will get the source only through the agriculture only, for his from his efforts only. So here the totally it depends, the scarcity, the production or the total human activities depends on the resources. That's why here the behavior here, the aspect of behavior arises from the scarcity of means to achieving the given ends. In order to satisfy, ends means wants. Students, you have to remember, ends means wants, and means here, means is resources. So scarce resources will be how their scarce resources are used to achieve our wants. Achieve means what? To satisfy our wants. To for total every individual in the economy, institutions or organizations, here they totally satisfied their wants only. For the satisfaction and maximum level of satisfaction only, they use the resources. And these resources, how they have been used is an important one. So here it deals with the economics, it deals with them human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have the alternative uses. In the beginning, as I told you, the means which scarce resources are there, they have so many alternative uses here. It is important how we are using those scarce resources in alternative uses, how we are choosing, how they are choosing these resources for the production or for our satisfaction levels here. So here the most important things in Robbins' definition is it based on these four pillars here. They are human wants or ends here are unlimited. Here ends means wants. Once again I am repeating, here ends means what? Wants here, and means resources. So the first one, the important one feature is here, the human wants or ends are unlimited. Unlimited wants are there. They comes one after one. Wants are recurring here. They repeats. They continues. After fulfilling one want, the another want arises here. So that's why we have to choose the important want which can be satisfied with our limited incomes. So here the ends which are very, very, very important here. Why? Because the ends only the destiny for the human beings. Totally human beings, they want to satisfy their wants here. That's why here for their wants only the goods and services are produced. The goods are produced to satisfy the human wants. That's why we need for these satisfying wants, we need resources where they are scarce. Where they are scarce, the scarcity is the main problem. It means they have their resources, they have alternative uses. means have alternative uses. The one good or the one resource, or the, if you take the land, we can use it in so many purposes, economic, so many economic activities. If you go for agriculture, we have to choose what crop we have to cultivate along with, according to our cropping pattern here, according to the weather conditions and our resources here, everything we have to see here, and we have to choose. That's why here the importance here economy is here, the economic resources here, there are various types: labor, capital, land, and entrepreneurship, which are used in production of goods and services. And these resources are limited, and also, and the ability of commodities to produce goods and services, they are also limited here. So that's why here the most clear thing which we can claim is that the Lionel Robbins definition is superior to the earlier definitions. Or the earlier definitions which are given by the Marshall or Adam Smith here, wealth definition and welfare definition, it is important. So here Robbins, here he claims that his definition is superior to the other earlier definitions here. So superiority of the Robbins definition here, the Robbins claimed that his definition is superior to the earlier definition. Why? Because it classified the material and non-material wants, and it takes into the account of all kinds of wants, and also it elevates elevation of the economics as in a science here. And the another thing, no longer here function of economics to judge right or wrong of economic activity. And here he transcends the narrow boundaries within which the materialist definition confined the economics here. And also here, that's it is not our called as an decimal science. Why? Because here, that's why the super all these things which he defined in his definition, it that make the Robbins definition as in superior both to the earlier definition science of wealth and Marshall definition science of material welfare. Okay. So, and boys, just I'm concluding this today. We students, I explained about this wealth definition, welfare definition, and the Robbins says scarcity definition. Once you all of you go through these definitions in order to you study all these things here, and in next class we'll meet with the another definition, scarcity definition. So this is all about the introduction and the definitions here.
Madam,
Ah,
వెనకాల